On August 27, 1986, two American scientists visited a small village in West Africa. They were shocked to see about 400 military men burying 900 to 1,000 dead bodies. What puzzled them was that none of these people had taken their own lives, and no one had killed them either. There were no signs of violence on the bodies. To make things even stranger, all the animals in the village were found dead, showing signs of unknown causes. When the scientists asked the local villagers for explanations, they learned something unsettling. Back in 1986, exactly a century ago, the villagers made a fateful decision. They resolved to cross a vast lake on foot, seeking the assistance of their village chief, who was reputed to possess dark magic. With his mystical powers, the chief split the lake in two, creating a passage for the villagers to traverse. However, tragedy struck when the chief's focus wavered, and the waters converged once more, engulfing the hapless travelers in a watery grave. Since that ill-fated day, the villagers have shunned the lake, fearing the vengeful spirits of the deceased. Legend has it that anyone who dares to approach the pond will meet a grisly end at the hands of these restless souls. And each year, on the anniversary of the tragedy, these spirits return to wreak havoc upon the village, claiming both human and animal lives alike. In 1986, on August 22nd, a man from the same village was fast asleep in his mud-built house. Suddenly, a loud noise, like thunder, woke him up. It was so loud that it made all his things fall down. Thinking it was just a storm, he went back to sleep. The next morning, he woke up feeling dizzy and weak. He couldn't remember much from the night before, except for the loud noise. Despite feeling unwell, he got out of bed and went outside. What he saw made him very nervous and uncomfortable. As he stepped outside, the sight of 8 to 9 dead animals in front of his house filled him with confusion and fear. Unsure of what had happened, he hurried to a neighbor's house to share his concerns. But his unease grew when he discovered that his neighbor, too, lay lifeless. At first, he thought they were simply sleeping, but upon closer inspection, he realized the truth: they were dead. With a growing sense of dread, he dashed from one house to another, only to find the same eerie scene repeated. Each door he opened revealed more bodies, until it became painfully clear he wasn't dreaming, and this wasn't a nightmare. It was a grim reality. Overwhelmed and unsure of what to do next, he found himself standing alone amidst a village of the dead, with no sign of life in sight. Without another thought, he fled from the village, desperate to escape the horror that surrounded him. However, his relief was short-lived, as he encountered the same lifeless tableau in village after village. The news of the village's tragedy spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of people around the world. Among those affected was American scientist Joseph, who watched in disbelief as the grim reports unfolded on his television screen. Driven by a burning desire to uncover the truth, he wasted no time in embarking on a journey to the afflicted village. Upon his arrival, Joseph was met with a scene of devastation. Military personnel labored tirelessly to bury the countless dead. Determined to unravel the mystery, Joseph delved deep into the heart of the village, his scientific mind racing with questions and hypotheses. Determined to uncover the truth, Joseph sought answers from the local villagers regarding the sudden deaths. However, Joseph remained skeptical of their account, having witnessed a similar incident 2 years prior in a nearby location with a comparable lake. Having first-hand experience of the dangers posed by such lakes, Joseph had warned the villagers to relocate, fearing a repeat of the tragedy. Despite his warnings, his pleas fell on deaf ears, and the villagers remained unconvinced of the imminent danger. Now, faced with the grim reality unfolding before him, Joseph knew that time was of the essence in uncovering the truth and preventing further loss of life. Undeterred by the villagers' doubts, Joseph headed to the big lake. He scooped up some water in a bottle, but within seconds, the bottle burst open. Undaunted, he used a device to check the water's quality. To his surprise, he found out that the lake was a crater lake formed by a volcano. This meant it had high levels of carbon dioxide, which could be deadly. Joseph realized that this was the cause of the village tragedy, not magic or spirits. With this discovery, Joseph knew he had to act fast to warn others and prevent more disasters. The crater lake formed when a volcano erupted and left behind a large depression filled with water. These types of lakes often contain high levels of carbon dioxide, which can be dangerous. On that fateful night, the crater lake exploded, sending a cloud of toxic smoke into the air. Anyone who breathed in this smoke died instantly, because the human body can't handle such high levels of carbon dioxide. The lake had concentrations of carbon dioxide that were thousands of times higher than what we encounter in our daily lives. Unfortunately, the scientists couldn't warn anyone this time, because everyone in the village had already perished, except for the one survivor.